Okay, so we have a problem statement here that says uh, totally using FastAPI and MySQL. So obviously we'll be doing the design and we'll not have to include the coding and the live um, building part. So okay, so I'll just explain the problem. Let's go ahead and okay. So I just made a quick diagram to understand this. So we'll have a user, this user, and the user may be any type of user or something, and the user may have concerns. So concerns means like you can think about like these concerns as like hair fall, or you can think these concerns as the headache or something. So according to those concerns, we'll have contents, and this contents actually shows how we can treat those. And maybe we can think about like this, like for hair fall we can use some organic products, or another content may be providing some chemical products, or other contents may be showing some ayurvedic products like that. And within those contents we'll have multiple screens. So the screens can be, you can think of like within one single content. So maybe organic products, it can show multiple organic products as an example and as in different screens. So one screen may be containing some organic products, examples of one organic products. Second screen may be containing of different organic products like that. And what you can think of like all these things. We have an app. Okay, so we have an app that you can think of, and same like our Facebook or WhatsApp or something. And there we have stories, right? So this is an app, and on the Instagram I'm above there or something like the small stories, right? So you can think these stories, the overview of the stories is the content, each content. This also one content, and within the each stories there is another separate screen that actually shows those multiple screens, like for WhatsApp status also, within someone's WhatsApp status there may be multiple screens. This is screen 1, this is screen 2, like that. So each content have multiple screens, and the problem statement tells that if all the screens are seen by the user, show them the next screen, next content. So within one content there may be multiple screens, right? And if these screens are viewed by the user, then show them the next content with the next small screens. Okay, if this is also viewed by the user, show them the content number 3. Okay, so like this is go ahead. So according to that, we already specified some schema. Obviously, this is the minimum variant schema. You can increase the schema according to our needs. So for the user, let's think of the user, and this has user ID, user. Obviously, you can increase with user with user birth date or something, user details. Like they are like we can increase the feature. Right? So these are bare and things like minimum we can use, and each user have a concerns, like every user some has concerns. We have concern ID and concern name and details. So think like concern name is here for okay, and the concern details will be containing all the details of here for like how it is and why it happens like that. Now let's think about these two schema. So these two maybe we can think of two MySQL tables. So how is the table? This is actually a many relation if you can think of. So how will be relating those things? Think like this concern ID 2 is here for okay, Okay, and this concern ID 3 is headache. Okay, now this one is user ID, maybe his name is John, and this also John. This is, you can think of Sam. Now hair fall, this John has hair fall and headache both, right? So one user has multiple concerns within that. And think about the hair fall, this ID2, here also ID2, like Sam has also hair fall, John has also hair fall. So it's only one concern may have multiple user. So both are like in many relations, as you already, I guess, like studied in math or something, right? It's nearby same. So how do we enclose memory in the database? We can use this type of table. So it's like a user concern, and it contains user ID and concern ID. So if we will be obviously providing the user ID, maybe the user ID is 1. So how it will be getting the output? We will be getting output of 2 and 3, right? From there. We are getting from an example. Obviously in our real-time databases it will be different. And we got the concern, like concern IDs, right? From these concern IDs we'll be getting the content. As you can see, this concern ID is as a foreign key from the contents. We'll be getting all the contents with ID's name and all. From these contents we can get all the screens, because content ID is a foreign key here. So you can get all the screens, correct? And what is this one? I'll be coming to this one after some time. So let's go through the API endpoint. So these are all the tables. This is table number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is obviously 6. I will be coming to this later. So now let's go to the solutions. So what is the solution? We'll be going to the API endpoints. So these things I already explained. Now the second thing is this is a get endpoint, HTTP get, and this will be the path user ID. And this is taking one parameter, that is user ID 1, right? So we will be getting the user ID. Now from user ID we will be getting all the user concerns, right? Like this, that, right? Sometimes before I just explained this one. And from this concern we can get all the contents of this user, like related to concerns. And we can show these concerns like this, right? This is content number 1, this is content number 2, this is content number 3. Now we got the contents, like the top notch thing. Now within that content we have to get the screens, right? So we got the content from this API. Now let's move to the second API. So as a response, as you can see, we'll be getting all the content ID, content name, so all the content details like this, right, as a result. And from the next API, what we'll be getting the screens of those contents. Now here this is a variable, and we can put the content ID, this one that we just now got as a result of the previous API. So think like we will be finding content ID 2, so we'll be just putting 2 here and the screens, and it will be giving output of all the screens within that content. So we'll be getting all the screens like this, screen ID, content ID, and screen data, obviously like this schema, right? Now we'll be moving forward to a third API, that is post content watched. Now we'll be moving to this thing. So what is this? After a user sees like all the screens, the front end, from the front end will the post API will be called, and will be with payload as user ID and content ID. This thing, user ID and content ID, will be available as payload. And we will be storing it in a different table, user content views. Okay, so now why you are doing this? Now from solutions, let's go to this API, and when the user calls this API, we'll be getting all the contents, right? So all the content we got, now from that we'll be filtering our contents through here. Now all the contents that we got will be all obviously like again doing a filter Just give me a minute. Now we'll be getting doing a filter that if it is viewed by the user, that content is viewed by the user or not. See if it is viewed by the user. Think like we got content ID 1, 2, 3, and obviously we got 4. These are the content IDs. Okay, now in this database we already viewed 1, 2. Okay, so obviously from the response we'll be removing 1, 2. I will be giving this 3 as a response of the API, and with this 3 obviously we'll be getting the 3. Okay, now let's go to here. So here we'll be getting the content ID 3. So with the 3 we can get the screens of the content ID with this API, and think like the user already got the like this number 3 1 he already got, and all the screens of that content is watched by the user. Now obviously this will be putting it through the post API here, and now this will be also eliminated from our response, and again the next one 4 will be coming. Correct. So like this will be getting the post content. Post will be just used for marking that the content is watched or not. Now we'll be moving forward with another way. This is actually the additional API. You can obviously use the to get the concerns. So we from the API got the contents, from the API got the screens. Now this API can be used to get the concerns like hair fall, headache. So we'll be just providing the user ID, and we'll be giving the concerns like hair fall and headaches, all those. Now contents may be within hair fall. The content may be like think this is like a hair fall. So within that one content may be using organic products. Second is using chemical product, or third is maybe using Ayurvedic. Okay, so within this 3 content, maybe organic products contains some one screen using one product, second screen is second product, like that. Same for the chemical products, one screen is one product, second screen is second product, like that. So if this organic content is totally viewed, we'll be eliminating this one, and second chemical products will be showing as like content, the second content, and if second is also viewed, we'll be going to the third content. Correct. So that will be it, actually the minimum variant solutions that we'll be needing, and obviously these things we can increase, and for more feature we can obviously increase this total architecture. So I hope this is understandable totally.